title, The Campaign Crisis. It was midnight in Manchester, and Emily Carter was still at her desk in the office, the blue light from her laptop illuminating her tired face. Emily was a marketing executive at a mid-sized agency, and she had been tasked with her most challenging project yet, launching a nationwide campaign for a luxury skincare brand. The client was demanding, the timeline was ridiculous, and to top it off, the company's biggest competitor had just launched a similar product. The pressure was sky high. Emily stared at her campaign plan on the screen, her confidence shrinking with every passing second. The launch was just 2 weeks away, and nothing felt good enough. The slogan wasn't catchy, the visuals weren't captivating, and the budget, barely enough to run the ads for a week. Her manager, Mr. Graham, wasn't helping either. He was on her case every day. Emily, this campaign is make or break for the agency. If we don't deliver, we could lose the client. The words echoed in her head. She felt the weight of the company on her shoulders, and it was suffocating. The first blow. One morning, during a client meeting, Emily presented her initial campaign ideas. The room was silent for a moment before the client's marketing director, a sharp-tongued woman named Victoria, said, "This is underwhelming. We expected something bold, something that makes us stand out. Try again." Emily's heart sank. The team's weeks of brainstorming had been dismissed in seconds. Back at her desk, she felt like a failure. Maybe she wasn't cut out for this job after all. Her best friend and colleague Sarah noticed her distress. Sarah sat beside her and said, "Emily, you're one of the most creative people I know. Don't let one bad meeting get to you. Let's regroup and find a way forward together." Her words gave Emily a glimmer of hope. The turning point. Emily decided to go back to basics. She spent the next 2 days researching the client's audience, who they were, what they cared about, and why they would buy the product. She scrolled through social media, read customer reviews, and studied every detail about the brand's competitors. That's when it hit her. The competitors were focusing on perfection, flawless skin, glamorous models, and expensive lifestyles. But real people didn't relate to perfection. What they wanted was authenticity. Emily had her angle. Skin confidence redefined. It wasn't about looking perfect. It was about feeling good in your own skin. The new plan. Emily called an emergency team meeting. She laid out her vision with excitement. "We'll show real people using the product. Real stories, real results. We'll create a social media challenge encouraging customers to share their journeys with the hashtag #MySkinStory. The ads will focus on self-love, not just the product." The team lit up with energy. Ideas started flowing, and within hours, they had a completely new campaign. The final battle. The launch day was chaotic. The client wanted last-minute changes, the social media ads had glitches, and one of the influencers backed out just hours before posting. Emily felt like everything was falling apart, but instead of panicking, she stayed calm. She delegated tasks, called in favors from backup influencers, and worked with the tech team to fix the glitches. By the end of the day, the campaign was live. Emily and her team watched anxiously as the first posts went out. At first, there was silence. Then a flood of comments and shares began pouring in. People loved the authenticity. The hashtag #MySkinStory started trending within 24 hours. Customers were uploading heartfelt videos thanking the brand for focusing on confidence over perfection. Even the client, who had been skeptical, called Emily personally. "I underestimated you, Emily. This campaign is brilliant. It's exactly what we needed." The aftermath. The campaign became a massive success, driving sales and boosting the brand's reputation. The agency not only retained the client, but also gained new business opportunities. Emily, exhausted but proud, sat back in her chair a week later. She had doubted herself, but she realized that the key to success wasn't about being perfect. It was about being resilient and resourceful. She remembered something her late grandmother used to say, "Pressure makes diamonds, my dear. Shine bright." Emily smiled, knowing she had done just that. For the first time in months, she felt at peace, confident that she could handle whatever challenge came next.